We have Andy Weber live for us in West Charlotte this morning, tracking our current road conditions as that snow continues to fall. We also have our chief transportation correspondent, McKay Beeler, live at Charlotte Douglas International, talking with passengers who are just hoping, keeping their fingers crossed that they can make it out of Charlotte this morning. All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Let's turn over now to Andy Weber, who is live, braving the cold for us, checking on our road conditions out in West Charlotte. Andy, what are we seeing out there?
We're live along I-85 near exit 29, that Sam Wilson Road. And the good news for those who do have to traverse on the roads this winter weather this morning, there are plow and brine trucks preparing to re-hit the roads. I will say that snow has paused for a bit here in West Charlotte, as has these trucks, before they re-enter the roads and begin clearing once again.
Andy, get in the car and turn the heater on. Bless your heart out there. Thank you for that report. Charlotte Douglas International Airport is open. Operations as usual. Yes, it's a little quieter today. A lot of the flights have been canceled. If you have a flight today, be sure and check with your air carrier before coming out. See and Ken, come on over. They're from Davidson. Thank you for, they got their bags over there. They're bringing carry-ons because they watch Queen City News, they listened to our reports and said carry-ons are better in case you get stranded. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Thank you. Joining us live, you know him, you love him. If you watch Queen City News Mornings, this is Julian Sador.
Hey, what's up, buddy? This is a roadway, so we're pretty well covered. As you can see, we're in North Carolina, so nobody left their windshield wipers up. So good luck to them tomorrow.
That's why we get the brushes in the cars. So yeah.
Exactly.
It's snow to get rid of too.
It is easy snow to get rid of. Actually, and I love this. Shout out to my apartment complex that put out their little freeze warning, reminding people.
Same ones. You know, that's one thing we haven't said this morning. In my apartment complex.
It is, it's absolutely beautiful in downtown Fort Mill right now. I have seen tons of sledders in, and then they go back inside after a little bit because it is getting cold. There's a barbecue place behind me that's open, and I'm going to go inside.
Can you smell it? Does it smell good outside?
I smell the inside of my nose right now, so I really can't.
You look at the airport delays. Charlotte Douglas is the only one under a ground stop right now. Everything else along the eastern U.S. running at normal pace. So, Casey, what's your plan now? Just kind of waiting it out, just chilling there in Baltimore until you can get on a flight back home?
So as you can see, those people are at the gate and they're dealing with the headache of they have some kind of connecting flight once they get to Charlotte, if they get to Charlotte. So they're trying to change those flights and push those flights back.
But you have a place to stay at least there if you're there tonight.
Well, both of my adult kids live here, so if I don't have a place to stay, I've got a bigger problem.
Yeah.
I would expect one of my kids should come pick me up, so I have a couch to sleep on.
Literally, since the last time I checked in with you about 2 hours ago, I'd say we've gotten at least another inch or two on the ground. Yeah. I've seen some kids out here sledding. This is at the Rosedale Nature Park in Huntersville. I live really close to it, so I walked over, and they've been making makeshift sleds. So they kind of put together a trash bag on cardboard boxes, which I guess works. I was very excited.
But McAdenville's a whiteout. It truly is. Very few people out. We got some neighbors way down there, which is a little farther than I can get to at this point. But for the most part, it's a ghost town, and we're just thrilled that we have power and that's not an issue. That was a concern last week.
Yeah, so I'm near Johnson Road, at the Torrington Circle Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of people here. I don't think Ruby Sunshine is getting much business right now. But it is rather cold. I did have to take off my glove briefly, so my hands are losing feeling rapidly.
So, Alicia, you have a special guest with you right now. You were talking about the ATV riders. Take it away.
Okay, actually, I have two special guests. This is Pierce. This is Tyler over here. They're both on there. These are considered ATVs, aren't they? Okay, Pierce, I'm going to get close to you so you can just tell me, what are you seeing out here? And is this just pure fun that you're just having fun? Okay. Fun. Okay. Talk to me about what are you seeing? Are the roads icy?
Yeah, they're icy and very snowy.
So did your parents say, sure, son, go on out there and hit the road and just be careful?
Yeah.
What other advice did they give you?
Don't die.
Well, that's good.
Let me get to this real quick. Joining us live from Lower South End is Courtney Ragland, one of our esteemed editors here at Queen City News. Courtney, hello, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get myself in the picture here.
There you go.
I'm doing well. It is cold. It feels all of the 19 degrees, if that you guys were just talking about. It is freezing down here in Lower South End. The snow is coming down very hard. I just drove out of my parking garage just to kind of show you guys some of the stuff out here down this street. I would flip this camera, but my hands are too cold. Down this street is where Old Mac Brewery and Queen Park Social is, and anyone who's in Lower South End on a Saturday afternoon knows that these types of areas are normally completely packed with people getting out, having a drink, doing their thing on a Saturday.
Joining us on Queen City News for this breaking weather coverage, I'm Jen Cardone.
And I'm Matt Stella. It's been a busy day across the Carolinas as we're seeing some of the most snow that we've seen in years across our entire area. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane, who's been following those conditions. Tara, what are we seeing out here?
We are still seeing, obviously, as so many of you are, that snow still falling either lightly or heavily across the region here from Mecklenburg County, especially central part of Mecklenburg County around Uptown and points south. It is still just at least lightly falling, but we still have some heavier bands rolling through us.
And as Tara was saying, it's not just North Carolina who's seeing some of the winter wonderland that we have out here.
Yeah, it's a lot of our neighbors to the south who have been dealing with those very tricky conditions. Let's get out to Queen City News anchor Alicia Barnes, who's live in Indialand tonight. Alicia, good afternoon to you. You are bundled up, so that tells half the story right there at least.
Just half the story. I got to fill you in on the rest of the story. We were out here a couple hours ago, and you could see several cars that were out here. There was a note on Harris Teeter that said we're closing at 4. And just as I said, within the last 30, 40 minutes, there's a big shift in the type of precipitation that's coming down. Early this morning, I remember picking up the snow, trying to be able to make a snowball, and the snow just almost disappeared in my hand. Now, when I try and pick up the snow now, it's hard, it's packed. You can be able to see here. Look at this right here. You can hear it. It's almost like ice that's right now in the bushes, and that's to show you how these roads are changing just again in the last hour. We've seen several cars out here. I'm keeping my eye on this intersection in particular because we've even seen some of the cars sliding right here on Charlotte Highway. So very, very, very concerning, but I want to make sure I'm saving you a trip. If you're watching Queen City News now, there's no reason to come out.
Are you seeing the kids? Are they bundled up if they're outside?
At this point, I'm telling you, we're not seeing any kids. That totally changed in this area because we were over in Fort Mill. We went around, even like, in the neighborhoods and things like that, and you saw kids outside. This is not the type of weather kids want to be out in. And you mentioned the gloves. Hopefully I can be able to show you this without one coming off. I have, look at this, 2 pairs of gloves on.
Double it up.
Genius.
Double it up.
There you go.
Let's get live to Queen City News Now anchor Julian Sador, who's live in South Charlotte for us. Julian, you are also very bundled up. Me and you have traded spots this weekend. Me and Jen were the ones out in the field. You, sir,
how does it feel? How's it feel?
How was that?
You know what? When I was sitting in the warmth of the studio last weekend, sending it out live to you guys, I thought, look, Matt and Jen got it. They're out in the cold. Matt was doing the Macarena, dancing around and everything. His first snowstorm since he came from Texas. But look, I heard Alicia talk about the serious conditions. And yes, people should not be on the roadways. But there is fun to be had in the snow. I got some friends with me. We're going to go down the line and introduce you to them. First, what's your name, sir?
Lawson.
Lawson, okay.
Madeline.
Madeline.
Chloe.
Chloe and?
Chase.
Okay, so I caught these guys. They have a makeshift sled, and as they were telling me, there's not a lot of sleds available, guys, because I think everybody bought them all up. Who was the constructor of the sled, real quick? Okay, so let's come over here. I feel like we're on a game show here. Okay, so take me through the mindset. How did you construct this beast? Does it have a name?
No, it does not have a name, but we can give it one.
Okay, what should the name be?
Let's call it Shredder.
Shredder. Okay, Shredder.
Yeah.
So take me through the construction here. We got some tape on here. And
we had to tape it up. We wanted to make sure it didn't break through, so we ran tape this way as well as that way.
We're ready. All right, guys, live on TV. Here we go. Shaun White.
We're right near the Winter Olympics.
Nice.
And he stuck the landing.
Wow.
Skills.
Okay. I mean, yeah. What do we say? Tens? That would be a gold medal here in the Winter Olympics in Charlotte, because I feel like we're in the middle of the Winter Olympics. Jen says 10, Matt says 10. Guys, so yes, we talked about the seriousness of this. You should not be on the roadways. As you can see, you can't even see the road behind me here. We're right near the intersection of Providence and Sardis. Stay off the roads. But if you have some place where you can walk to and have some fun, and you have the warm clothing, then yeah, go ahead and enjoy it. It's not every day we get a winter wonderland here in Charlotte, guys.
Let's take you live now here in Northwest Charlotte, where we find meteorologist Andrew Brightman to tell us about the conditions outside. Andrew, what are you seeing, man?
What I'm seeing is not what Julian described, and it's really just kind of a winter wonderland. You look behind me here. That is I-85. Some brave souls venturing on the highway. And I just want to emphasize the point here. If you do not have all-wheel drive, you have no chance of trying to get where you're trying to go. Now,
yeah, a lot of places have seen some very heavy snow. One of those places, Indian Land. Another place, Concord, North Carolina. That's where we find Queen City News reporter Shakira Speaks, who's live for us there in Cabarrus County. Shakira, tell us or show us how things are piling up there.
Yeah, Matt and Jen, we are on North Tryon Street near the Charlotte Motor Speedway, right at the QT. I wanted to show you guys have been saying don't be on the road. This is why. If you can see across the street, we've got 2 cars that are stuck in the snow. And what is happening is people are not stopping, because as soon as you stop, the snow is coming down on the ground, and you're not able, like you said, if you don't have the wheels to do this, you're not going to be able to get out of the snow.
How about you?
Good. So you decided to walk over. Why?
Yeah. Well, for one, I think the weather right now is really good. I think obviously for walking measures and just enjoying the weather that we haven't had probably in a good bit.
Yeah.
You know, enjoying the snowflakes and the good weather. So I think that's really enjoyable right now. But obviously, I think as the day gets, to a night, I think obviously everybody needs to get home and stuff. So getting out while I can, and now that, I'm able to get back home and safe and sound, I think as it gets dark,
But you were smart enough, I guess, to not drive over here. How far do you live from
So
the
I'm probably about 2 blocks down.
Okay.
Definitely driving is not on the menu for me today.
We wanted to get another look at Queen City News anchor Julian Sador, who's been in South Charlotte, keeping an eye on things. He had a guy who was biking out in the snow.
Still insane to me, yeah.
What are you seeing now, Julian?
Look, we've talked about guys biking. We've talked about people going to Sam's Mart to get their essentials by any means necessary. And I have a father-daughter duo on the way to get some icicles. All right, share your name with everybody. Who are you?
Paul Sklar.
Okay.
My name is Ella Sklar.
Okay, and so what do you guys do? You said there's some icicles around here. You going on an icicle hunt?
Some icicles that are about this long that we picked up earlier today, and we're going to go back and see if they've reformed.
Ella has a brother that's inside right now playing video games. He wanted to come out with you guys. I mean, do you want to give him a shout out? Because I feel like you have the way cooler night.
His name is Mason Sklar.
And what game is he playing? Do you know?
He's probably playing like Roblox or something. I don't know.
You think he's going to freak out when he sees that his little sister was on TV?
Yeah.
Get off your games, Mason.
This is real life stuff. This is cool.